Dodo Duckie is part of February 2026's Steam Next Fest, and the demo is available to play right now. I have been looking forward to playing this one for a number of months, and it did not disappoint. The main attraction of this game for me was the function to switch between 2D and 3D platformer perspectives. A very ingenious twist on what is already a winning formula. Developed by indie studio BornMonkie, the Dodo Duckie demo delivers a perfect introduction into the full game while leaving us hungry for more. After the protagonist Dodo appears to be abducted by aliens, we're dropped into the first level where we're free to explore, interact with different anthropomorphic characters, solve puzzles and collect coins on our way to the end of the level. The entire Taster world is set in the clouds, although judging by the trailer, this is just scratching the surface in terms of the different settings and surroundings planned for this game. This level is massive, and the game does a fantastic job of introducing some of the various puzzles and obstacles that we're likely to encounter throughout the full game. For instance, there's the wall jump that we should all be familiar with by now. There are blocks that we need to place on platforms, as well as eggs that we need to collect and deposit in order to trigger terraforming the world so we can access different areas. We can also use the blocks as stepping stones and move these platforms to line them up so we can jump when switching to 2D. You see, the changing of perspectives isn't merely an aesthetic thing, it also gives us variety in our actions. Only in 2D are we able to jump between platforms, and only in 3D are we able to smash through the barrels to release the coins and feathers. Apart from that, you are free to switch between 2D and 3D at will in order to gain a better perspective of the world you're exploring, and it is seamless, which should not go without praise. It is not an easy task to make one world accessible in both 2D and 3D perspectives, and yet BornMonkie have done a phenomenal job in doing so. It must be said as well that the added picture-in-picture to illustrate the changes made to the world whenever you place a block onto a platform is a lovely touch. However, sometimes this isn't 100% clear, and I would prefer more of an action pan shot to what has been altered, but that's just a personal preference. There are so many different roads that you can take to explore the entire 2D map, while being able to switch to 3D perspective allows for further exploration in a different dimension. The experience is smooth, the changing cameras doesn't feel jarring, and as someone who does often suffer with motion sickness, I did not experience any of this throughout my playthrough. But as an added reassurance, there are plenty of graphical settings such as FPS cap, resolution, and motion blur switch that can be adjusted to make this game more accessible to more players, which I really appreciate. In terms of approachability, Dodo Duckie is a game that I am certain can be enjoyed by just about anyone of all ages. From a younger audience enjoying an approachable pick up and play puzzle platformer to a more millennial crowd enjoying the vibe similar to a Spyro, Croc or Rayman, there's certainly something in Dodo Duckie for everyone. This demo does a very good job in explaining the controls to us and the objectives of the game by allowing us to interact with a wide variety of characters in the form of frogs and capybaras who are more than happy to give us hints and tips. Apart from this guy wasn't helpful at all, but this was just an example of the good humour that is woven throughout the level that I'm sure will be consistent with the final product. Most importantly though, we do meet this salesman capybara who gives us the cap that allow us to change perspectives. It will be very interesting to see if this hat shop makes an appearance later in the game, or if it's just a plot device for this level only. Either way, I'm so excited for the full release of Dodo Duckie, which at time of recording is yet to have a release date announced. But with the demo available, the trailer out for us to enjoy and speculate, this game is definitely one to watch for 2026 and something you should be adding to your Steam wishlist right now. Oh, and did I mention, there's a button on your controller dedicated to just quacking. Enjoy.